All right, guys, welcome back. I had some technical difficulties. Hopefully, I'm up at a faster pace. Hopefully. Let me know in the comment section if you're hearing me well. If you're seeing me well and everything. All right. Yes. The game ended 2-2. We wanted to bring up every single thing so we can start that conversation because we don't want to take long. I'm gonna open the Discord so everybody can come in and stuff, and we just do it all over again. Sorry about that, guys. My fault. Sometimes we just have some technical difficulties. All right, yeah, man. So Messi Louis, thanks very much for being here. And then we have Island Card. Just smash the like button instant back, guys, so we can get the visibility. All right. So Jamaica did well, did us proud. To be honest, at least me. They did us proud, but I wanted to go into everything because we have a lot of yellow cards, a lot of drama took place, guys. A lot of drama took place. So we want to make sure we can get that done, and then we can get people calling. All right. Yes. So I'm gonna put that right there on the screen. Just getting everything back, guys. Just hit the like button as you come in. We had some technical difficulties, so I'm just trying to start it back. I'm trying to let in Jason back in the thing. Yeah, because I never wanted to shut the stream down. I wanted it to run. All right. So Jason, if you can come back in the Discord. All right. Yes. So guys, let me know what say you. Are you proud of the boys? I understand what took place. Let me see what people saying. Big up Island Card, Reggae Toys. JD, the ref was harsh, seriously robbed. Let me know if I'm on time, guys. Let me know if I'm on time with the stream. It's a long time I don't see JA play some good ball. Great job. So so people are satisfied. That's what I love. The fact that people can say, all right, they are satisfied. I'm glad. All right, I'm glad. I'm gonna bring up the stats on the screen, and I'm going to drop the link. So mans like Cataract and them guys, they can come on if they want. All right. So if they want, they can come on. All right, guys, smash the like button, smash the subscription button, share, and do all of those great things. All right. Yeah, man. So let me give you what's at hand. Let me make sure I can just get that up for you so you know how it works. All right. Let me get what's at hand for you. All right. This is I'm putting up the things on the screen so we can have that conversation. All right. Yes. So this is the one that we have right here. So Jamaica, after that draw, Jamaica came second, all right, and that means Jamaica would be playing Guatemala right here. So no, Jamaica would be playing Guatemala, yes. Second is Guatemala. So Jamaica came second, so Jamaica would play Guatemala. Are you more confident today that Jamaica can just play against anyone? I think if they go, they can make good account of themselves. Yes, these boys prove that they can compete with teams. Yes, they proved that. So the ref robbed us. All right. I don't get how that's an intentional handball. Okay, so it's a handball. They gave him the red card for. I don't know. Hit the like button. Yes, guys, as you come in here,
Yes,
hit
yes.
the like button, guys, please. All right. Hit like button instant and get back. I'm hearing you, Jason. I'm hearing you. You don't have the deaf mate, brother. You don't have a deaf mate, brother. All right, the ref was
Sorry,
bad.
sorry, sorry,
Yeah,
sorry,
man, my
sorry.
God, man.
Yeah, no, the second yellow was a intentional handball in the eyes of the referee. Basically, Gooden closing down a shot, and his hand was extended over his shoulder, like
Mm-hmm.
above his head, and the
Mm-hmm.
ball struck him directly on the arm, on the hand. So the referee did not think about it for even a second. He pulled out yellow and gave the red right away.
Okay. So guys, clearly, let me give you credit to use them. I saw that they were trying. They were much more up for it. They were in the face of the Costa Ricans, and definitely the first half really play something. So we want to give them credit for the first half performance. All right. The second half, they tried just the same. They got a goal when they weren't doing anything. They get a goal from a set piece. They were under pressure for 15 minutes, and they still got a goal from a set piece. And clearly, we need all of that in order to even stay in the game because of the red card in the end. But at the end of the day, the effort comes from them. We're happy with it. And that's what people should understand. We can be happy with the effort that came from them. Let me believe that they can try to compete with other people and make account for themselves. All right. Yes. Impressive, man. This is all we ask for. Yes. Just go out there and do something. And I'm happy. Just go out there and do like you want to be there and not just, I like it. Even though they lost their heads in the latter stage of the game because I saw the number 9 making big tackles. You get me? So I don't know what that's for. Like he was up the pitch. So why you would have made a tackle like that? So what say you on that one, big boss?
think you can put that down to youth. I think the second goal, I think we got like 2 more yellow cards after we concede the equalizer.
Yeah.
I think even from the second yellow, you could see that the boys, really needed some. They didn't really take the red card very well, and you could see that they all kind of got a little bit indisciplined. But I won't put it down to the team having a lack of discipline. I think it was just hard to deal with all the circumstances because they're looking at it like, boy, it happened to us again. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna beat them up too bad. I mean, they held their discipline for most of the game. And I think it mainly came down to the circumstances, conceding the equalizer and feeling like you're fighting against the referee as well.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I just wanted to know what you took from that, what you took from that. So, I am okay with it. I think they did me proud based on just the attitude, because the attitude help you. You could have laid down with the situation, and you never did. So that's a good start. 1 second, guys. We're just trying to get everything running. All right. Yes. So. Sorry if I took a little time. Yeah. Yeah. So Jason, how you look now? How you feel with the second spot now? And people, how you guys feel with the second spot? Um, are you okay? You have more faith in them to say that them can take on Guatemala and take on United States? You have more faith in them? Let me know. Jason, what say you on that?
Yeah, I think based on tonight's display, there's some optimism. We know that if we have the capability to play a little more than just going so direct, we have to figure out a way to manage the game a bit better so that the last 20 minutes of the game we don't look so dead, because we've pretty much conceded every single goal in the last 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we need to try to figure out a way to not let that happen. I don't know if it's a case of not playing as direct, so we conserve some energy. Maybe that will help. But I did see some signs. You could see a bit structure in the field. You could see more options available to players when they're on the ball. I thought the forwards did a decent job of holding up the play when the ball did come to them. So there were some promising signs. Guatemala will be tough. They'll be so we need to just rest up. I think that's the most important thing. We have 2 days now, which is the first time we'll have 2 days. So the guys need to really get into the recovery mode. And hopefully they can sit and really study this Guatemala team and try to exploit the weaknesses that they might have.
All right. And you feel like we can take them?
Yeah, I think we can. I think we can. I think we have to believe that we can. Because at the end of the day, we have been ahead in a lot of the games that we played so far. So if I'm a coach and I'm sitting down these boys trying to get them prepared, I'm going to highlight the positives. So the positives for me are we have played 270 minutes, and for more than 60-70% of that we have been in the lead in the football matches. So we just need to figure out how to put together a full 90 minutes. How can we best put our 90 minutes together to not falter in the last 20 minutes, but to actually peak in the last 20 minutes? I think we need to figure out that balance, because right now we're fading so much in the second half and putting ourselves under so much pressure in the last 20 minutes. We need to figure out how to not let that happen.
All right. Fair enough. Guys, what you can do, sorry about that, man. I had some technical difficulties. I don't know what happened. They're trying off of my streams always. They always come on the nights when time I'm doing my stream. I don't know why, but it always come on that night. Obviously, that's the time when them think more people are gonna be here, so them always try for the stream at that time. Sorry about that, but you know the thing go. We have to keep on running it. But we're surprised. We have only 32 likes on the video. So that tells you. So if you don't hit the like button, all people go find we, guys. We just want to run a shorter stream, or 30 more minutes. But if you don't like it, then we'll just shut off and you go somewhere else. If not, me can't bother. This is not going to be the stream where me beg people for nothing. You understand me? hours a night and me already frustrated. So many night. You get me? Yeah, man. If you can't do that off your own, me can't do it, you know. Yeah, so let me know. Football Global said, bless up JD, still there. Yes, man. I just said I'm gonna just come back and do the post match because I got shut off. And but me see the people not like it, so me no just move and just leave it alone. Yeah, man, I make them just stay up them own road, man. You know. Yeah, man. Jamaica was highly competitive in this one, but the card situation did them in again. All right. But we have to ask question about that, man. But let me get the things so we can see who get the cards them and stuff, you know, because we need to look at these things. So all right, so good. All right.
Yeah, based on, I think the only person that would be suspended for the Guatemala game will be Good.
Okay, okay, all right. I'm bringing up the cards
None of the extra yellows were on a yellow yet, so I think we should be okay. Besides Good.
Yeah, but we still have to remember. Me and you say something the other day, you know, about the attentiveness in the behavior, you know. You understand me? So we still have to look into these things and figure out how to stop them. You understand me? Because this is 2 games running that we have this attended behavior. Like, how are we going to improve that? You know, because Guatemala is a terrible team with that behavior. You know, you understand me? Guatemala is a terrible team with that behavior. You get me? So you want to make sure you don't bring it out of them because they will fight with you every single time, and they're at home. You guys said they're gonna get beneficial treatment. That's what you said, you know. You guys said it, you know.
Yeah, it's a fine line, JD, because at the end of the day, you know, we have to be able to make the challenges necessary. But we have to also understand that these Central American teams in particular, anytime you make a challenge and you utilize your hands in any way and you get anywhere close to their face, they're going to fall and hold their face. So we have to have some kind of balance when we're making these challenges. And it's a tough line because you don't want to tell the guys not to play their way and not to win the ball in the 50-50 challenge. But you have to be mindful of your opponent and know that they're actually looking to create these things in these referees' minds.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely tough. Cataract, if you want to join, we have dropped the link. So you don't have to join 50 hours in it if you want to. If you don't want to, that's it. You know, or if anybody else want to, they come on, say their piece, and so we can have a shorter version show. All right? Yes. And as I said, 100 people here, just hit the like button. That's all we ask. All right. Let me copy this so our people can just come straight over from inside the Discord. Yeah. So I think they can try the same thing with Guatemala. I think they can, and I do believe that they have a good shot if they have to but they have to come with the same attitude and for 90 minutes because you have to come with the same attitude for 90 minutes because this is like the couple games. Well, we're seeing the same drop off in the second half, so I would love for them to just do it for the whole 90 minutes, you know, and you have a good chance because I think the Guatemala team is very much rugged, and I do believe that the Costa Rica team started out very slow, you know, like very slow and working out other things. I would want to think that you have to turn on you have to come up and want it for the whole time, you know, for the whole time. That's what I would say still, you know. So let me know what you say and that Jason, what would be your approach. Yeah, man, I saw that you're here, but for some reason it looked like the man in the can't turn on them camera. I'm dying to figure out way how I can get money off of the stream and them up on the stream and them not up on the camera, you know, because they look at the man in favorite turn on camera or something, you know. But anyways, just give you a piece, Cataract. Me just do a 30 minutes, so me not go really complain.
First of all, JD, thank you for doing the post game show. I know it's very late where you are. It's disappointing to see the people them not like up the stream. I'm not telling a lie. But even though you know like when me said you know, I tell us I feel a weird dog. Because
let me start for 15 minutes and the people normally like it, so it's not a problem. So
so not a problem. Okay, so not a problem with the people that like up the stream. All right. So first of all, congratulations to the team for qualifying to the knockout stage. They got the result that was necessary. But they've given themselves a much more difficult pathway. I think we might end up coming up against the United States in the quarterfinals if results go according to the script, and we have to play against the home team in the next round. About this match, really, I think this is the best game of football that the team has played all tournament. Even when they had a bigger result against Cuba, but in this game, I thought they were more in control of the game. But I have noticed something that both Guadeloupe and even Costa Rica have done, is that our opponents realize that our fitness is not up to 90 minutes. And we can go probably up to an hour, 70 minutes. But then fatigue is kicking in. And fatigue leads to careless fouls. And the refs are very, like, it's Christmas, so they're handing out cards like confetti. So it's unfortunate. We have to discipline. Then our discipline goes, and we have a barrage of cards, which could have gotten ugly. So I was glad for the whistle. And obviously, with fatigue, we concede goals. So teams are willing to wait us out and then try to strike in the last minute. But I thought the first half and up to the 60th minute, I thought we played well, and we did our nation proud. So I hope they're able to regroup and come again. I know that there's some things happening in the background, but those have to be left unsaid so that we don't cause any disruption to the team. But I'm glad to see that they got over the background.
I prefer left that. No, I prefer left those drama because is it true? I can't confirm nothing. I just leave it. If I can't say it, I won't say it. You know. Yes, I'll just leave it to them. Leave it to the drama people and something. You know.
I don't think on this occasion I don't think it's drama, but I think some things would have been obvious for those who are looking on the bench. But the players, I think they responded to the call from the fans that they asked them to hold their head up high and just do the nation proud, and I think they did. They went about the task as well as we could have asked, and in the end they qualified, albeit that they had where they needed to be right in their hands. So you could say they snatched defeat from the jaws of victory because they were, top of the group, everything going their way, and then moments of madness. In terms of, I don't even know a moment of madness. I just think we succumb to the pressure, and I really think it's fatigue.
Because I thought that's why I said to JC, what's up with this early start bombarding? Because it's like for 15 minutes we give them up the whole time. Like we barely touched the ball 5 times in the first 15 minutes. Like I'm saying, the only thing we can score from now is like an opportunity from a set play or something. And that's what I said, and the exact thing happened here. So I just thought that we never really properly reasoned out that final phase, and that was just the undoing of the entire second half, of a very hard working. It reminds me of don't want to compare this because it's complete different level football, but it reminds me of Arsenal City. Arsenal played the whole first half good, and then the second half, just because you lose the first set of minutes, it come back to haunt you. I just believe that. So, what they can use, they can take it as we could say, you can take it as an opportunity to prove yourself. Opportunity, you learn from that, and you can just build off it and go forward. That's all I can say. You have to just can build off it from this point. But I just believe that they gave them too much in the second half. You could have even bowled it for 15 minutes in the second half, doing the same thing that you are doing in the first half. Jason said because they bring on the big ballers them. I understand to a certain extent, but come on, they did in the same second half a little bit extra. So I don't know what happened when they came straight out. That is my problem there. But that is something to look at for the future. You understand me?
So as if somebody said, "Me a chat foolish is the ref changed the game." This is the second time it's saying the ref changed the game. Look
This
here.
is of a talk.
If you're looking at this competition, right?
Yeah, you don't need to waste the time.
We can see that how the referees have been briefed to ref the games, and you have to adjust yourself for the game. Otherwise, you're going to just be crying over spilt milk.
You're going to do this over and over.
Right? We have had 2 red cards. You can tell because you're watching the other games. If any other team have had red cards, 2 red cards so far in the tournament.
Trinidad had 1 red card. Guatemala have 1 red card. Jamaica have 2 red cards.
Yeah, 2. You know, that's back to that speaks something. At some point, you have to take a look at yourself and say, "Look here. This is how the referees are, because referees get a briefing when a tournament starts. And that's how they're gonna carry it out. If you know that you are on a card, then my friend, you have to stay away from any little thing, because you're liable to be sent off with a second yellow. And that's just the nature of of how it is.
Yeah, and
but they were coming into ascent because the second yellow card was in our third.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Costa Rica was coming into ascendancy. They were having their little run of play now, coming back into the game, and that's how they got through.
Watch that game could have ever thought anything else. I told you that the first 15 minutes of the damn game, the second half, Jamaica barely touched the ball 4 times. So and you're not lying. That is exactly what took place in the game. So if the person in the chat saying something, cataract, sometimes you have to just say, you have to respond to everybody, because some of them comments you can have people come with them dodgy comments because them have an agenda. They want to even paint a picture like we're not giving them credit. So they will wait on one thing that you said and change the whole script. All right. So let we just go with the flow. Let we just do what we have to do. Guys, this is the stats, the actual statistics on the game. Yes, we don't have to put up anything for our metric. All right. 20 shots for Costa Rica, and Costa Rica was actually leading in shots before the red card as well, way before the red card, because they came out with a 50-minute spell. They had like 4, 5, 6 shots. Half time, we were leading them 8 shots to 7. I have the stats here, and 3 on target apiece. They were leading in possession at half time. All right,
so it was 51-49.
Yes, 51-49. So they were leading. So these are all factual things. People no need to make up anything. We have the video just a while ago on our channel, so we don't need to make up something, guys. All right. Yes. So all I'm saying is, we did good in the first half. We were the better team in my estimation, because Costa Rica, they were working on things what I did not know. I thought they were trying to use the wing channels them to try and spread Jamaica wide to tire we out. And be honest, we have to be honest, Jason. I don't know if Jason is still here. They did it. It worked. They tired us out very early as well. Very early, because the 15 minutes pressure, we were pretty much done from the 15 minutes plus the first half tactics that we were doing. The good thing that we scored the goals in that time. So what we have to do is watch that back now and see how we can try to avoid these tired out situations. Because no matter what you do, in the first half, if it can't finish the second half, it might turn up to it. No, it might. It will turn up a problem. And if a team come out and press from early, you might be tired before first half finish. So we have to work on that, and it's just a next learning cycle there. All right.
Yeah, I think as far as the getting tired aspect, as I said, we have to try to find a way to maybe pace ourselves better in the football game. I think there are plenty times in the first half where when Costa Rica was not pressing us, we had the ability
Yes.
to just pass the ball around and maybe, conserve some energy. But we have that tendency, once one run is made in a direct channel, we want to play the pass. And sometimes that reset is crucial to have the energy required at the end of the we don't reset enough when we're in possession. We try to play the killer pass too early
Yes.
in the phase of possession,
Yes.
and then we end up getting into a track meet, and then that's when in the last 20 minutes, our legs go.
Yes, and I think I agree with you 1000% there. That is the whole problem. The problem is our style of play. It knows no bounds. It's like we just go with one flow. You understand me? Until we get forced to change it, and it all depends on what the person is giving in the first half. You have to react to that. So we don't want to be reactive. You get me? You want to make sure you can shut it down, and that is always a testament of a good team, and that is what I think Jamaica lacks. So the reset will Jamaica definitely lack the reset, when to reset it back, and definitely when to know when time to not always run go forward, because what I saw a couple instances, I'm saying just take a break, because that break will save you back in the end. And they still went over forward and not realizing that's a 90 minutes. So I think there are a lot more positives. So what they have to do is take those positive, but make sure you look at those negative sides, because it's big. It happened in every single game. So you want to make sure you can take that over to fix it in the next one. But you have some positives that you can do something on set pieces, you create chances, you're striking from far, and it the bar, or it might go in because the number 8 scored in the last game with a long shot. You understand me? So you have some positives, but that is a glaring negative of we can't stay on a pitch for 60 minutes and not tired. That is not good. That's not good enough for me. Yes, I think that have to improve on to get better, Yeah. So
So,
what say you?
JD, I want to ask, and I know that the last time that something major happened in the World Cup qualifiers, we pressed Concacaf and they brought in VAR. So I'm asking whether the JFF, with all its power, because these are the things the administration should be doing. I am one who says that in these kind of tournaments, with the so much at stake,
Mm-hmm.
that we have an agreement signed with Comebol. Maybe we need referees external from the region for these qualifying tournaments, because a lot is at stake. And it can go vice versa. When Comebol has their thing, if they would like, we can send referees there. But I don't think anybody's going to be satisfied with the CONCACAF referees, because they're gonna say the Caribbean referees going favor Jamaica. We say the Spanish speaking referees favor the Central American nations, and everybody seem to want a visa, so them favor America.
Okay.
So
All right.
that would be, I think those are the kind of things that the JFF at the executive level need to take up. And certainly I don't see why a tournament that's being held at two grounds we couldn't have VAR set up.
Yeah, I thought they did a very bad job on the VAR. Very, very bad job. All right. And from day one, from the 80 situation with the handball, I said, all right, then this is definitely a bad way out. We need to work on this. But
But there's no VAR there.
no, VAR is not there. I heard them said it on the thing. So one
Right.
time I looked like they went to a VAR, but maybe it's a secondary consultant they went to or something, but it was not a VAR. All right, guys, we are here 100 had. We are at 20 had. We just let the viewership match the likes on the video. What it does, it helps us. And as I said, I wanted 40 subscribers. We still need 30 more to fulfill what we are doing for the entire day. But thank God and respect for all of you guys that subscribed. All right, Drew B said, so I say red card change the game. game. We hit the post first. We dominated and should have put away a third. So I think they did well overall. I don't think we had dominated the game still, to be honest. We dominated periods of the game, but the biggest domination out of the game was the 45th minute to the 68th minute to when we scored the second goal. That is the biggest domination out of the game because they created chances just the same to score in that as well. So I would not say we dominate the game, Drew. I would not come and say that to you, but I can tell you we played one of the best first half we played for the entire tournament. That's what I would give Jamaica, and they still made like 6 errors in that same game, Drew. And we have it on the paper, so it's hard for me to agree with you on that statement when I know it's not really factual. But I will give you that we were the better team in the first half. That's what I would give, but I don't think we dominated the game at no point. Because the first half, we gave up so much opportunity, and also they got their shots off, and our keeper had to make good saves. You get me? And they had better position than us, and we only have one extra shots than them, so we can't use. Why we have to always go for the exaggerative word? You get me?
I don't think dominate. I don't think dominate. I think the word JD is competitive.
Yes, but we were better. I would give you the edge.
No.
You know me, I always have to be straight, but I would give.
No, but it's competitive. It's competitive. It's a competitive game. People were expecting us to be run off the park by Costa Rica, and that didn't happen. We were purposeful,
right?
right? We played with purpose, and it's a competitive game. It could have gone either way.
No, but true Jamaican people always want to give them the exaggerated one. I would say we were the better team in the first half. Let me give them that. Even though they have better possession and stuff, what they were trying never worked because they were trying to wing channel. It might work overall. So they knew what they were doing. It worked overall because they were stretching us wide to tire us out, to make us do more running. All right? So
it's what I would call the probing, Jerry. They probing and they probing and they probing and they probing. And even when we were in the lead, we just couldn't be comfortable. Somewhere in the back of my mind, there's something like a breakthrough is going to come. Because there wasn't like a 2 or 3 minutes where we held the ball and knocked it around and invited them to come and win the ball and then open up themselves. Our attacks seemed like we were in a haste to start the attack. You know, I thought the goalkeeper. I don't think any of the goals were his fault.
People would say the second goal, but I want to bring Jason. Jason, I don't know his stage so far in the conversation here. The first half, the goalkeeper, the second one, I heard people in the chat because my stream froze. They found a way to take me down. Yep, on the stream, so it froze. The goal that they said, I would not blame the goalkeeper because he passed through 4 players. You get me?
He got a hand to it. He got a hand to it.
You're saying the first goal is being blamed on the keeper.
No, I heard people blaming the keeper at the time. So I had to ask. I'm saying no because the player put it back on the penalty spot, which is that coaching 101, and it beat 4 persons. So what happened to those guys that should have touched? You get me? So I wouldn't blame the keeper.
Yeah, I mean, when there are so many defenders that it passes by, you would hope that one of them could have read it and got a toe to it and stop the flow of the ball heading back that way. So, the fact that the keeper got a hand to it and put it to the post, another day maybe it hit the post and come back out. So I'm not going to kill the keeper for that particular one.
Yes.
I have to say, though, the distribution from both keepers, but from this keeper, I liked it. It's very accurate in his distribution from what I saw.
Yes.
Which is a big difference than our senior keeper, right?
What we're gonna do, like how we have the time, and we're gonna like how we do 35 minutes. We're gonna do the time. What we have here, we're gonna do the time. Yes. So guys, let me shoot. Let me get this like the video up to 200. We have a 130 LPP here. If you want me to extend the time, you do the like button. So we have 85 on the video. At this time we speak, we have 130 in the chat. So we see if we can get it to 130 at least. I'm not gonna jump and say 200 because you're not here. So when you hit the like button, more people come. So if you don't want to stay, you tell if you done the show. If you want to continue, because we could have done, we look at the players then that we can use and fit up a starting 11 for the next match coming up. We wanted to look at that, but if you don't want to stay, you don't like it until we're done and we're done and we're going by business. You know, yes. Are you like the damn video? Get it to exactly where we want over the 100 ad, and then we continue the video. All right? Yes, we have to work that way because we're
them now with end the stream blood.
No. This is Jason. Me not joke.
Jason, a while ago when they said about the people who not like the video, JD says, all right, if no one never like the video. Brother.
That's right. Listen well. Listen well. I said I'm giving people ultimatum. If they don't want something, we don't do it. I've not forced them to do something.
I never say you're forcing them, but me come on and tell them so I'm not rate to go on because it's the time that it is in your country. I think that there should be more appreciation. You say I don't have a problem.
Oh, let's continue the show. I said the people get it to 130 and then we just continue. Just continue. The people do them thing. So we continue to ask them questions and we move on. We're going to look at the players them, Cataract. We're going to look at the players them. All right. In and out war with nobody. Me don't talk. All right. Yeah, man. I said that, but we still played decently and could have went 3-0. If we are going to count every chance, they had chances that they could have scored when we scored one as well. Before we even score as well. So if you're going to count your chances, you have to look at the chances them that the keeper made, and we could have said that could have scored and stuff. All right, yes. So we cannot say oh goal. Look at what we are doing here, Juby. We are talking about our goal going in and them goal not doing nothing. That doesn't make sense. Are them try not doing anything. That doesn't make no sense. You have to give the people credit on one side and you take a credit at the next side. So there is no point of the game, Drew, that we have this big massive advantage over them, even when we were better than in the first half. They had their shots just the same and their times just the same. Obviously, our one comes a little bit different. And I don't think they were creating so much. We just gave them all of those opportunities. All right? Yes.
Yeah.
That is a problem. So even though we have a good first half, Drew, we gave them we took the ball and put it to them. So those are things that you have to work on, Drew. So I don't think we dominated the game, and we were the better team in the first half. So we give it to them that way. Let we look at the players them now, Cataract, because that's what I wanted to do more than anything else. The players them, and then we look. We already know the seeding, so let me just look at the players them, basically. All right? Let me look at the players them.
So who is starting in goal?
No, we just want to give a number. And want the fans, the people inside the chat, not the fans them, but just give a number. And we just give them.
Oh, we are rate them.
Yeah, man.
We rated them. Oh, okay. Player ratings. Okay. Go ahead.
I don't have to do this tomorrow again, so if I do it now. So let me look at the guys them right through. And don't be biased, not because a man come from stats and him get the red card. When a guy can want to take down the man's score. Let we properly assess the player. So go Cataract. Cataract. The number what's the guys inside the chat with the goalkeeper? Just go ahead and rate with
the
us.
Goalkeeper. I think the goalkeeper a solid 7 out of 10. There's definitely nothing you could do with the first goal, and I didn't think he made any other mistakes. But at the end of the day, when you see 2 goals go past you, you know what I mean. It's a 7 out of 10, solid. I would play him again. If I think he did enough to put his name in the mix for a starting role in the next match.
Mm-hmm. All right, so 7 out of 10. Jason, what you go with then?
I would say he conceded 2 goals, so I'll knock down a couple because I would give him an 8 with a clean sheet or a 9. So I'll probably bring him down to a 6 or a 6.5. I think when in those moments when we were under the pressure, he did have a few crosses that he flapped at as well. Um, and most goalkeeper coaches will tell you if you get two hands to a ball, you should save the ball. So I don't want to completely kill him for the first goal, but I'm sure if you ask him personally, he would say he thinks he should have saved that ball.
All right. So how much you give him? This 7?
6.5.
6.5. So 6.5 to 7. I want to go with the higher because I thought that in the first half when we were playing better, he was the one that still kept us in the game. So even because obviously people don't remember those moments, but we are watching the games and we realize what happened. He was the one that kept us in the game, even when we had our best moments in the match. So I use those to count really, because that would have been a tide changer early on, and then we'd have come under pressure even earlier. So he kept us, kept our momentum going. So I want to say, I would give him even higher than Cataract and you. I would give him 7.5. So that would work out to a 7. So
Balance out to a 7, yeah.
6.5 to 7. So a 7, we would give him. So based on that, I think he should be starting back, but we don't debate it. So Molina,
We don't have to go there, yeah.
Molina, number 2, Molina. What you guys made of him today? Because let me hear what people said, because I will go last. Molina, what you guys made of him?
Molina, all right.
Or just anyone want to go first?
Jesse can go ahead. We can rotate.
Again, showed some glimpses going forward. I did see a bit more of staying at home today compared to the first two matches. Still, maybe not as much as I would love. But I think he was pretty solid today. Had a few giveaways that were unnecessary. A lot like some of the other players, but I would say all in all, I would give him a 7.
A 7, Molina 7. All right, Jason, Cataract. What say you?
Um, he's a player that I admire. I didn't see the crosses into the box that I saw from him in the previous games. So that was a disappointment for me. But Jason said he seemed to be staying home a bit, so I guess I can look at it that way. For
You
me,
like when
pardon me?
you like when you run up and down all like a headless chicken. So today the man
No,
run across the
I
ball.
said I like when he's the work that he does up around the 18-yard box and he whips in very good crosses. He tends to get past the defender. I like that. I didn't see much of that today. So I would give him a 6.5. It would be my score.
6.5. 6.5. Wow. And just to give him, I thought he was much more better. I thought he was much more better. He was touching and passing and moving, something that we haven't seen in the team overall, because nobody pass and move. Even remember when we were playing Guadeloupe. You have the number 3. He passed the ball and literally stood up the same place. And I'm wondering why in the world you pass the ball. You don't realize when you pass the damn ball and you don't move, the next person with his back turn can't go anywhere. And the guy them took the ball off it, and the number 11, that is Jack from Guadeloupe, was so poor he never did anything with it. You understand me? But today I saw Molina passing and moving, and that created space for Gooden them to do more on the field. And I thought that he was the one that made the difference. So I want to say I will rate him a little bit higher. I think I would give him a 7. I think I would give him a 7. A 7 there. I thought he did more for the team than for himself, that I thought he naturally did in the last 2 games. So that in itself helps the team to perform in the time when they did their best. You understand me? I don't know if that makes sense to your, Cataract.
Yeah, fair.
We're not going to say everything. That's why we have 3 different analysts.
All right.
But I think it might 6.5.
Dixon,
Next
number
player,
5. Dixon,
I
number
hear
5.
Dixon. I don't have to say this. He's a player who came into the squad with a lot of hype around him. I don't really see the hype. I'm not really a fan of short defenders. But I can't really single him out for anything. It's a decent game at the back. I would go with a 7. Um,
7.
what I don't see. Let me tell you what I don't see from the two centre backs. I don't hear the talking at the back. I don't hear that communicating and directing the play as the captain. He's the captain. I hear Dixon, right? So touch and go 7 for me.
All right. Jason, what are you going with?
For I hear Dixon. I think Dixon does well when the ball comes to him. So if the ball is crossed and he's in the area to clear it, he clears it. But I would love to see him sense the danger a little bit earlier. If for the second goal in particular, there were 2 runners that went through free, and he was nowhere to be found on the play, nor the defenders. And I think that happens too often in the games where cross comes in and they lose the sense of where the attackers are around them. So if they can work on that, they'll improve a little bit. I would give him for tonight probably a 6.
Okay, a 6. All right. So 6 from Jason. For me, I saw him made a few things. So I would go with what you guys are saying as well, But I saw him did a few things that I would give him the credit of being a leader, I saw him try to attempt to be that leader, that leader figure right there. So around 3 opportunities, I saw that he came out, he made the tackle, and came out, and then he started to come on and marshal it. So what we had the problem when the number 3, he was moving out of position. I saw him trying more to move that and set them in motion and move with them. So I never saw just the keeper moving anymore. So based on that, I would still agree and give him a 6.5. So I think he would have worked out to a 6.5. He's not I never saw anything flashy from him or stand out aside from his commanding, which is a captain. So he has to do something. So I would be okay there. All right. Winwin said, I give the keeper 6. Can't give higher than that after the mistake for the goal. Okay, so Winwin is saying him make the problem for the goal. I don't know what wrong with the rest of the defender them. Who's he playing against Guatemala in the next round? Yes. Jamaica is playing against Guatemala in the next round. All right, guys, as they come in, make sure to smash the like button. We are going to do the full 2 hours. We're going to go through all the players them. All right, so just keep on smashing the like button, keep on subscribing, keep on sharing. Dixon rarely has anything to do throughout our games because the opposition rarely ever goes through the middle. He builds up well though. All right. The true communication is one of the most important parts of being a good center half. Yes, and that's why I want to give him credit, because that's something what Jamaica desperately lack. Somebody to be on field to process what's going on and what's needed to take on next. You understand me? Yes. So definitely, I want to give him his credit. I want to give people their credit for what they are actually doing. Obviously, football playing is an important part, and if you're not doing that, we are going to have a problem with that as well. That is definitely true. But he did something that helps the entire team. You get me? Because we saw Molina looks better because of the talking and because of the spacing that he got. And I thought that because he made the conversation with the number 3 for to not be out of position, it helps Molina to be better, more effective in attack. You get me, Jason?
Yes, the communication was better, and I think it showed in the shape of the team. As I said earlier, the holes were not as glaring and they didn't occur as often. Apart from that 15-minute spell when we couldn't quite get control of the game, I thought the team shape was relatively good, and it didn't really change until after the red card. When we got a bit out of shape and the indiscipline started to creep in.
All right, so let me move on because we only have 2 hours and we're not going 1 second over that 2 hour. Remember, yes. Yeah, man. Number three, the great number three. What say you on the number three conversation?
Malik Robinson. All right. So to be totally, I thought it was probably his best performance. I know that's not very hard for him based on how he was playing so far, but I thought he dealt with everything pretty much well. I don't remember him giving any fouls away. I do remember maybe one bad mistake in the build out in the first half. But I thought for his standard he set so far, I thought he had his best game. So I'll give him a 6.5.
6.5. Boy, the thing I thought good, Monsieur said I give him something. But yes,
No, well, I only give him 6.5 because he only played one half. If he
yes.
played the other half, maybe he could have jumped up to a 6. So that's really why I capped
Or
him at 6.5.
maybe it did I go down. Because remember, I at the start of the next half, the people start pressure us. You get me? So we don't know why me that do under the spell when me that get the pressure. So we don't know. And maybe him start the pressure before. Maybe in presence, we don't know. Just playing
There
hypothetical
you
if you
go.
want it here. So
There you go.
the 6.5, fair enough. All right. So cataract number three. What say you on that?
Um, Just what? Yeah, well, allow me. Allow me. Hold on, we'll come out of the room there. God, they have a life too much. 6.5. 6.5. Um, he was in a half where we held a clean sheet. But again, I'm not a favorite of the centre back. Let's put it that way. So, but do nothing for me, burn him out like in previous games. So I give him credit. 6.5. Huh?
6.5. As I said, I will just go with the crowd and just give him the average standard 6.5. All right. Yeah. Missed the first half and some of the second half. Give a fair rating, but I trust the analysis 100%. Yeah, man. We ain't over here. So for here we are talk good because the guys them do something. We play Guatemala on Saturday. We will get to that, Lee Young. Don't rush the show, my brother. All right. Yeah, man. We have to search the thing as it goes. So thanks very much for the super chat, my brother. Leader showed up to say Cavalier product when Reed score. Craig only comment on yeah. I don't like the drama, but I don't like that. It is like we have a separation and not realizing the kids and playing for Jamaica. That I love the fact that you brought up that it's a dirty attitude, a nasty attitude of people only want to like them own the people in Pitney. What about when you spend money to take care of the people in Pitney? It's nasty. Yeah, man. If you don't want to own the people in Pitney, want to have some actual product owner grow the people in Pitney from 6 year old and I do all them football work there. You get me? You stop it, man. They're playing for Jamaica, man. Let the kids them play for Jamaica and enjoy themselves, man. It's nasty. You get me? Football global. It's true, man. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. And if nobody wants to comment on it, I would be the only one comment on it. You get me? Yes, I don't like it. It's nasty. Yes, it's like you're just trying to prove one point. You get me? And I always don't like it from day one because it's like it's not the we don't trying to make the whole Jamaica be successful. We just want one our player them be successful. So even the people them I go like them want Jamaica be successful, them only want them people them. We need to stop that and say for one Jamaica I deal with, or if it's a local Jamaica I deal with all of the locals. Them. You get me? Because as somebody passed the ball, the people will play for Phoenix. As somebody passed the ball, the people will play for Cavaliers. So what they overhyping over your play for? Everybody come together. That would be Jamaica. You know?
That's what everyone they think there. So I can just
No.
go on with it there. And then now go change. And then now go change.
Well, once you address it, them have to consider change it because it's a nasty behavior and it needs to be changed. That's all me system. In the lament panic, me say that it's a nasty behavior and me have to address it. You get me? Yes. But anyways, let me move on. Yeah, great job by the coach. You could see some clarity in the game. Bell playing at the third midfield. that we need and going side to side defensively. Been watching the game on a blurry TV on mute and listen to JD stream. So I was thinking three was good all the time. No man, three was not good. Three was not good. All right, three was not good. All right, let me move on to the other players. Them. Let me move on to the other players. Them. Number 18 now. Number 18.
What's the name of that player?
Ben.
Bent. He's on the screen, Cataract. He's on the screen.
Oh,
Bent.
no, I'm looking at the comments. There.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Firstly, I didn't know that people in England still watch TV and I use clothes hanger. You understand? I think a flat screen TV I do it nowadays. So, you know what I mean? So one to upgrade the thing, brother. How much to say about the player? I don't know what I don't know really what they are doing that game. You can get a
Automatic score?
no, I think I never liked that left side, you know. I never liked that left side today. Something about it.
Yeah, but they got more pressure over the left hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if they never got any direct goal came back from, obviously they created a lot of chances from over there, so you could use it
Yeah.
to blame
And it,
deduct
I
points.
I give a 5.5.
5.5. All right.
5.5.
Yeah, over there was definitely a suspect area because they got to play time well. So I understand what you're saying. So just you're looking a little bit more than Qatar. What say you on that player?
Yeah, so Ben, I thought he started brightly, got some crosses in early in the game, but he faded very quickly. I think he never really came to grips with the game once the second half started. It was clear that that was their spot on the pitch to overload because I think both of the goals, the first goal came from the other side, but most of their attacks in the second half were coming down that side. And he could not do enough on that side, doubling up with Reed. I don't think he did a good enough job tracking the runners and the movement.
He's a
But
weak link.
knew that side
He's a weak link.
that hasn't really started yet. And the player who would come on for him was on a red card. So, he was always going to face an uphill battle. And I think I'd have to give him probably the lowest mark for the night, a 5.
Okay, so 5. All right.
So would you agree that he's the weak link? He's the weakest link?
I don't think he's a weak link. I just thought that he was the one that got tested because they were drawing them wide, and he was just one of the ones that they had the strength. Because remember, my boy never played. Cataract, he never started.
Yeah.
The one that
would know that. Would know that. What I'm saying is, having been thrust into the starting role, I think that the Costa Ricans would have done. They seem to have done a homework because, as I said to you, that's where I saw a lot of the attacks going down, and I don't think he was able to contain any. All the things I could say is a goal never came from that side. You know what I mean? But I agree. He was the lowest player in my ratings. And I concur with.
I will go with the 5.5. I'll go with the 5.5, and yeah. So I will agree with that. He was one of the other players them that they could call up. So Gooden, today, as you can see, he had a red card. So let me start with Catara. Catara, what say you on Gooden?
Oh boy! Well, look here. Oh, God. Jekyll and Hyde. That's what the British would say. It's a Jekyll and Hyde performance. He scored the goal, right? I did have a full match mode in us. I'm gonna beat like an island them something. So there's never full match mode. Because the last 2 games we got teetotal and it did never work out. So we just got old shirt, old shoes, and Jerry and him nephew. Jekyll and Hyde performance. He scored the goal, opening goal. No, not the opening goal he scored. He's the one that scored the
Yeah, man, he scored the opening goal. Yes.
the opening goal, the free kick.
Yes.
Right. Well taken free kick. I always have a lot of time for persons who use the dead ball well. I think it's a skill that we don't develop well in Jamaica, and we don't give a lot of appreciation to the dead ball specialists. Big up Andrew Banzi, and the captain of Arnett Gardens, two of the better dead ball specialists in the Premier League now. I don't know where it went, because we used to have people like Andy Williams, Bomber, Jeremy, and Hugh. I don't know where that dead ball technique doesn't seem to have gone down in the years. Pardon me? Onandilo, yes. We just seem to have lost that. So I appreciated the goal, really appreciate the goal. I want to congratulate the young man. It was well taken goal. The keeper had, that's when he accept beating all ends up, no chance. So congratulations to him. But you got a red card, and in the end of the day, the game, people have said the game changed on the red card. So oh, God. I really should say 6, but I give him a 6.5, and a lot of that is because of the red card.
All right. I don't think I think it's a fair one. You try the best with it, because obviously people will say I'm more biased, but I'm not gonna be biased. I'm gonna be fair, you know. Jason, what is it? 6 cataract, 6.5 cataract says. What say you, Jason?
Well, I think I'll start with the good. Very, 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 very great technique on the free kick. Great placement. Keeper had no chance on it, so that was a great start for him. I think he lost possession a few times, but did well to recover when he did. Put his body on the line in the box a few times to make some blocks. But everybody's gonna focus on the handball yellow card for the second one, but
It's not the handball was the problem in a Jason. The tackle, the first tackle that he got the first yellow for was uncalled for.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. I'm not gonna focus on the handball. I'm gonna go back to the first tackle, the initial tackle. Because if you look back at the play, the attacker is receiving the ball with his back to the goal in his own half. There's absolutely no need to make that challenge on the field. So hopefully, they can sit him down and talk about that, because those are the little plays that in the moment you don't think much of it, but then when the second yellow card happens, it means a lot. So the guys need to understand where they are on the pitch and how to temper those challenges. You don't have to try to win every single ball at every moment of the game, right? But all that being said, I will have to give him a 6.
A 6. All right. All right. You know what? I'm gonna stick with the 6.5, because he got the goal, and he was a threat on the field. Nothing to do with where he's coming from.
JD, break up.
I'm breaking up. You hear me good now? You hear me, Jason? Good.
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Me, but
Okay. All right. So yeah. So I think 6.5 to 6 is okay. It's fair, because you get the red card, so it's hard for me to up it. But I saw something different from him. That hopefully he gets a chance to redeem himself. But in order for that to happen, him have to literally make the next. They have to actually qualify. So that is a big if, Yes, but let's see still. Gooden.
So what score you gave him, JD? I didn't hear.
6.5. You gave him a 6.5. I gave him a 6.5. used to give him a 6. So 6.5 maybe be the average here. Gooden was our best player until the red card. Cannot cuss him for the handball, but the tackle in the first half was reckless and cost him later. All right. Okay. As a coach, you have to prepare the players physically and mentally. On the mental side, situation awareness is key. All right. So stats captain, him, play midfield, and get the yes, he got the red card.
No,
Yeah, he got
no,
the
I
red.
was just saying,
Okay.
formation on the screen is not right, guys.
No, but he got
They
the red
play that,
card.
they
It's
play that
it's a,
back three with wing back.
yeah, it's the same player that got the red card. So the formation altered, but it's
But
the same
yes,
player that
it's the
got the red
same
card.
player. No,
5 minutes.
because him asked if he was in midfield, and I just saying no,
Okay.
it's different.
Yeah, I was just answering to the player itself, to be honest. All right. Finding
But
out how many times he left is left in the game, strategic injuries to break the attacking and team's momentum. So let me talk on that before we go to the rest of it. We saw two different instances now where we cannot hold the line, Cataract and Jason. Do you what people viewing what credit you will give the coaching staff, because this is two games now, we cannot seem to shut down. So is it that we're only playing one gear, or probably what blame you would put on the coaching staff for those situations?
well, it comes down to picking your spots in a football match. You cannot expect to be going 100 miles an hour for the whole game. So you have to have a way to slow the game down when it's necessary. And I think because we don't have the confidence to play out of pressure, like for example, in that first 15 minutes of the second half, if we had the confidence to try to possess at any point, we made it slow down that whole onrush of chances and momentum. But because we have to go direct when we're under pressure, that just invites the pressure right back to us. So it has to come down to the coaching, and it has to come down to the confidence of the players play out of the pressure.
Um, I I'm not going to repeat what you said because those are salient points. But I can't help but to blame the preparation, and I express deep concern about the fact that we were not playing sufficient friendly matches on the competition conditions, meaning 90-minute games of two 45-minute halves. We were not doing that until 1 week before the tournament started when we played Trinidad, right? It's 7 days before the tournament. That's when we played our first 90-minute game. And for me, I think that's some of what we see. Look, handing ourselves up to about the 60th minute, and then things running ragged. I don't think we've been prepared in any way, shape, or form for the last. But the signs were there, because even when we defeated Trinidad, it's in the latter half of the game that Trinidad came into their own and made any sort of threatening move on our goal. So I blame preparation and fitness.
Okay, because we have to touch that. Karoon says great observation from Cataract. All right, that is good. That is good, guys. Make sure to smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Get us up to 150, and in the time that we have 40 more likes to go in pretty much 1 full hour. So you have a whole time. All right, yeah. Anyways, let me continue. So we did white. We never did white as yet. So we'll continue with white right here, guys. White. So white in midfield, Jason. What you made of white?
Yeah, so White in midfield, not the most mobile player, but I think in a way it helped us today because he kind of just sat in front of the back three. Didn't really venture forward much. Seemed to be relatively neat and tidy enough. Would still love for him to show for the ball more when we're in possession.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he served his purpose. Um, just kept the ball ticking when he got the ball and seemed to be relatively good positions defensively. So I would say I'd give him a 6.5.
6.5.
So,
Ketchup, you have anything different to add to it?
well, why you draw me out, JD? Why you draw me out? CDM. That's my position there. So, he ain't no Anthony Grant. Let me put it that way. But I am going to use this opportunity to suggest to Jamaica that maybe in the summer that they reach out to Anthony Grant to hold maybe a 1 week clinic with the CDMs who are in the under 15, under 17, under 20, under 23 senior team, because we don't have a complete CDM, right? I can't blame him for some things because they tend to knock the ball over him rather than play the game through him to restart the game. The opposition didn't really attack through the center of the park. They focused their attacks on the wider areas. So that's a solid 6.5. You could say, but he's not very vocal. He's not very vocal. That's why I wouldn't give him the 7. I didn't see him, talking and keeping the team on their toes and directing traffic. Because the CDM has to direct the traffic and has to change the pace of the game. So a lot of the times when we're leading, what you want is a CDM that can slow the game down and dictate the pace of the game. And I don't think he dictates the pace of the game. So get a 6.5 for me.
Okay,
But a solid 6.5. A solid 6.5.
I thought they did do better in midfield. I thought they did better in midfield than what I expected. So I he was an integral part to that. So the 6.5, I would work with it. I would definitely work with that. I will definitely work with that. Mangatal now. Mangatal number 14. Number 14, Jason. My God. What you have to say about the box?
Mangatal, yeah, you're a baller. You're a baller, Mangatal.
Yeah.
I thought in the first half he played the best that he has played. He didn't take the direct option every single time. He tried to pass and move and connect with the wing backs and the centre backs at times. He had one good run where he freed up Gordon in the first half and played a nice slip reverse pass. So I think he looks more comfortable operating a little bit closer to the forward line. And I think with White's performance today, I think Mangatal played better because he didn't have as much defensive responsibility. Because I think sometimes when you ask him to defend, I think that's where he might be lacking a little bit. He did pick up a yellow card and the coach did a good job getting him off the pitch right away. So that was good. Learned from the mistake on one hand. Left good in the game though. But for Mangatal, I will say I'll give him a 6.5 as well.
All right. 6.5. Cataract, Mangatal, midfielder.
So he's supposed to be the box midfielder, right?
Yeah, but he played more of a. He was much more He was much more higher this time
Right.
around. Obviously, they have 5 around the box, so he had more license to go up a little bit more. Yeah.
And had to be taken out because he was one of the first that started losing his head and losing his cool.
That was a good change. I have to give
trained by the coaching staff. I have to give the coach. Yes, I agree with you. JD.
on that field, not one more. He should have come off. As the card land, you take him off.
Yeah, that's what happened. Right after the free kick, he came off.
But remember, Anna, after the free kick, remember, Jason, after I'm go back and make an next tackle right after the card.
Yeah, right after the card. And it was arguing with the referee too.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah. So it are the best change that make because we would have get our next red card via him. The red card will come via him. So Yeah, but that
Six. And that's in the box to box. And let me tell you, frighteningly, he I don't want to say he's one dimensional like Speedy, right? But it is not a good look when I start looking on the screen and start getting flashbacks about Devon Speedy Williams. It doesn't augur well for you. Again, not one of my favorites in the team.
So hold on, the Devil Dog same game. Mangata was a solid 8. The boy needs more structure. So then Devil Dog, the great Devil Dog. So how much should I give the other player them? 15. You can't give people 8. The man come off and that man, the Devil Dog, because the man couldn't stay without a tackle, you know, without getting stuff.
He became a liability, and he first started the hothead thing, you know.
Devil Dog never watched it. Never watched it. Devil Dog, he become a liability.
Which club he plays for? JD, can you just tell me? He's part of the US contingent.
I don't know not about him. I just watch him since the game.
No, I'm just asking if you can just enlighten me, because I know he's part of the US contingent, but I want to know his pedigree.
I will put it and tell you, but I don't have it instant. I never even open the bracket. Let me open it.
Yeah, so whenever you find it, just tell me.
I have it right here, so I can just pull it up and tell you. But I just never had the time. But I will just do it now. All right, so Gemma, you mean Gemma.
The man that deal with the thing like the video obviously with the boy then from Denham Town High. I saw him that deal with the player. Like I kicked no man. No.
Mangatal came from South Florida. All right. South Florida. United States Academy.
South Florida Academy, yes.
South Florida.
Oh.
Yeah, but I like him energy, you know. I like him energy, but I just believe that after the ref talked to you, you should have not gone into the tackle the same way, and you go there again, and the ref have to talk to you again. So clearly, 2 tackle. The next one, you never give him more opportunity. So I think them go in the right direction there. Stefan said, JD, I'm still struggling to understand the defensive team. More like they can score than defend. Yes, definitely prove that they are not a defensive team and they have to go forward because they can't concentrate to stay without a clean sheet. Remember what I always said, we don't think they're gonna have a clean sheet. They have to score to win this game or score to stay in this game, and it turned out the exact way. People keep on saying it's a red card change the game. Yes, the red card changed the game, but you should have. I think we're under every threat to concede just the same. At 15 minutes, man, them a pepper will goal and people clear off lines, you know. We can accidentally forget everything, so Jason. We not just watch 15 minutes a game where we are scrape off of a line, finna keep the game, finna concede in before finna go back 1-1. A 3 time we scrape off a line of 4 incident at me in the first 2 minutes at the second half, you know, 4 incident, you know, and around 20 at me in the first 15 minutes, you know. And then we
balling out. Lord God, Costa Rica start.
Yeah, the man must come out and the man them flat, and then people act like say, oh, the red card change what? The man that come forward same way. We never do nothing in the first 15 minutes more than put the ball in the back of the net. That's how we did, you know? We barely could have come out. So kudos to the kids them to get the goal in at the time, but we never did nothing in the 15 minutes. Say, go back and watch the tape. Nothing at all. More than a score the goal. You get me? That's it. So we can't say the man wouldn't come back or the man never come back. We'd give up chances over and over with defense line.
We're recycling the possession. That's why I can't score the 2 midfielders in the center highly, because we weren't holding on to the ball. We kept recycling possession to Costa Rica. But Woon said that we were told that the defense was the best part. That is what the coach said in the press conference.
Yes, that's what he said. And clearly, the defense is not the best part of our game. We can clearly say that. The defense is not the best part of our game. I think our best part of our game is to just go on the wings them. That is clearly the best part of our game. Just go on the wings and try.
Molina and Bell, yeah.
So different from attack, that is our strength, strength. If we cannot uh, exploit those wing areas, we are pretty much
You're in
done.
trouble. You're in
So
trouble.
what we need to figure out other ways how to kind of activate our wing plays, and because clearly that's our strength. So we can, and we have to use it, because we cannot play out. We cannot play out, we can't play out. Anytime a team press through, we cannot play out. We have to understand the truth, them, and we cannot lie to ourselves. We cannot play out from the back. So we're not gonna even try that. So we have to find a way out. So them need to work on how them are gonna activate the wing plays them. So when the man them press with, because Guadeloupe are gonna come and press you. So Guadeloupe play. Period. So them are gonna come back and press Jamaica. We have to just figure out a way how to activate the wing plays. And because we cannot pass out from the back. We clearly see that. We're not gonna lie to
Guatemala,
nobody. Huh?
Guatemala.
Guatemala, yeah, Guatemala. So we're not gonna lie to nobody, because every time today, the whole first half, they gave us the opportunity to play the ball out. We were okay. You see, once the man them start pressing, it just look like the same game them over and over. So we cannot play out of the press. You get me? So I think that's what Guatemala will come out with. So we have to figure out some other ways how to activate it, so we don't have the direct way just to go long, because that is the problem. You cannot just always have the one way to go long. I think it's gonna become redundant at one point, and people can exploit it. You get me? If you keep on doing it.
Who is the next player?
All right. So Mangatal, a 6.5. When you give him straight across the board.
Yes. What you give?
I think I no. I six. May I give him six? Brother, six. May I give him? Him are the only player me give lower than what would give him. 6. May I give him? So Bell, no. Bell
No,
is
no, I gave him 6. You know. I think I gave him 6. Sorry.
Oh, if a 6, I give him a 6. May I give him as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You made that.
So double dog can give my 8.
Devil Dog gave him a 8. I don't
I
know
never
what.
dog confused with the 8. Never dog. With the happen business, brother. I saw.
So Ron Thomas says, Manning's man believed we were treated by the referee in this competition so far. What's your
Well, make him go write a complaint to FIFA.
I, for me, I thought that Carls went against us. Yes, that is
Mhm.
true. Especially the last game with the next red card. I thought that the player, yes, once you raise your arm, it's a yellow card, but the foul committed before. And because we don't have the VAR rule in place, we have to say yes. I would consider that as cheated. This time around now, this one, I'm going to look at incident a couple of times. Well, remember, I was having serious technical difficulties. I can't understand. They sent some virus to take down my big bad zone. You understand me? So I have to work on that. So that's why I missed the incident fully. So I need to work on it.
People them go and send me a for you, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Go to down your thing.
Yeah. So we dance a blood on the whole world, them have shut it down. Every stream, every match day, them find some other way of get rid of them.
The man them have a JD Dolly, man, and I put some pin in a JD Dolly.
Only on match days, I tell you that. Only on match days. Me have streams here, 10 minutes of some streaming. Why I mean, I know that I really some goes for real. The defense at late stages especially need work. I think it need work overall. It's just because we just make some good stops. The keeper. That's why I gave the keeper such high marks, because he made some stops in the right time, and I like them. But people tend to feel for him do good, just to blame him for him do bad. I think the keeper was solid, man. Jenny, that's what I have asked and identified. The coach isn't playing to the strength of the team. All right. So let me just run through the rest of them now, because time I run
Yeah,
out,
man. Yeah, man. Run the track.
And guys, I am not gonna come with no middle stream in the night, in the day, because this is the stream for the middle in the day. So you better watch it and put a like on it and support it. All right? Yeah, man. Me can't bother. Me have a whole heap of thing. Me have to sleep first, and me have to get up and do things. A Friday. All right. So Bell, we had Bell, Jason, Bell.
Jawani Bell, Jaja. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I like the slightly deeper role he played today. I think he was able to get more touches on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He had some very good fouls drawn in some good areas that caught. So I thought he played well today. I think like most of the team, he faded at about the 65-minute mark. Um, but I will say for the corner kick assist and the way how he played today, I'd probably give him a 7.5.
7.5. What? So he's the man of the match. He's going up for the man of the match. All right, all right. Cataract, what say you? What say you?
I like this little player, but I don't like the role he played today. So I am totally opposite to Jason. I like him when he's on that right hand side, like an inverted forward, a second forward. That's where I like him. I like him in and around the box, the 18-yard box. That's where I like him to play. That's where I like him to play. So I thought this was the worst game he had for Jamaica in a Jamaican shirt. And even in the friendlies, he stood out. Would have loved to see him impact the game some more and link up with Molina, like they usually do. And I hope that they're able to get back that chemistry when we go up against Guatemala. And I do like the fact that he fades. He tends to fade in the game. So I call the question is fitness. I don't think he doesn't have a 90-minute fitness in him. A 7. A 7.
Okay, 7. 7. All right, all right.
So he got the assist. Was it his assist?
One is a
For
free
the second goal. For the second goal, was it his assist? Who was the assist for the second goal?
Yes,
Yeah,
he took the corner. He took the corner. It was his assist.
Oh, not his assist. Oh, 7 then. 7. And thank God that somebody can take a corner that can reach in the 18-yard box. I mean, I got so accustomed to Lamar Walker and the Gold Cup that I suffering from PTSD. So solid 7 for the youth. I hope he's just having this is his off game, and I hope he comes back to his usual self. A player, I have a lot of time for him.
Let's go to the two of them. And guys, once you do these two, we'll just finish it right here. All right. So Watson number 9 and then 19. Let me do the both in one, so we can just write it down, and then we will continue next time because say sometimes you're just tired,
We can go quickly, but go ahead.
Yeah. Go on, Qatar.
No, I said you can go ahead with your score for Bell.
7. 7 I gave Bell as well. 7 I gave Bell as well, yeah.
And Jason gave him 7 too?
He's 7.5. 5, yeah.
Okay. Who are the other two players left?
Watson
Gordon.
And number 19. He was running at the start. I saw him put out some good effort, Yeah.
That's Ashton Gordon.
Yeah, 19.
That's Devonport boy now. He had a good shot. I can recall him having a good shot. He's an attacker, but I didn't see the clinical side of him. Maybe a 7 or 7, but not a solid 7. Not a solid 7. Just a 7.
All right. You gave yours.
And what about Watson? What about Watson?
Watson, 2 you have to do in a cataract. We're done, We're done, We're coming to the end.
Watson? A 7 again. He didn't score. And he's the centre forward, the number 9. And I know a chance came to him and he didn't take it well. But he's the person that is it Watson or Ashton Gordon that hit the post in the first?
It was Watson shot that hit the post.
Hit the post, yeah. I give him credit for that. A 7.
All right, 7.
But
And
he has to do it to hold up the ball, though, you know. Yeah, if we are going to progress further and qualify, he has to hold up the ball and hold up the play.
all right.
That's a weak aspect of his game as a number 9.
Okay. Jason, you give your scores already, right? Or not?
No, Gardner. I'll give Gardner 6. I thought
6.
he started the game pretty decently,
Mm-hmm.
got some fouls. But I thought he really faded away. Didn't really see much of him after the first maybe 25 minutes. Watson, I think, worked very hard the whole game. Really chased, tried to put pressure on the back line. Had the shot that hit the post in the first half. After that, wasn't very clinical in front of goal. But I thought even though his hold-up play has been weak for the tournament, I thought today he did a decent job in the first half, especially holding up the ball. So I'll give Watson 7 for today.
All right. So, guys, we are going to continue the rest of the players once we restart. I have the book here. Obviously, I'm going to get some rest. Tomorrow, I should be on the Imaxit channel, so I will get time to come over here and finish up. Because we're going to do 80 game. They are going to be trying to get into the Girls Football World Cup as well. So I have to do that stream. So thanks yet again for the support. I will check tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do maintenance to see how much what we did if we hit all of the targets and that we set. All right. So thanks yet again. Thanks Gataraka for passing through. Thanks Jason Guna for being here. Yeah, and all the persons them come out, and especially the kids them, they did well. So they made us feel proud, and we have some good things to talk about. So all of the man them we love talk about. We can't talk about good things. We can talk about good things, but you have to do the good things. We can't just manufacture good things and just tell lies. We're not gonna be that person. So thanks yet again, man. One. Warren and everybody were checking. Massive respect, man. Smash the like button on your way out and just take care and make sure you stay safe, people. All right, walk good. All right, bless up.